almost live. Hey, and Rizza disappeared. No, Usman disappeared. Hey, everybody, we're live, and we're about to start the show. So welcome to Habanos Saturday. And as soon as I hit this button, the show really goes live.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
Welcome to Habanos Saturday, the fastest growing cigar show on YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers. Come join us every Saturday live. Every Saturday live.
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Habanos Saturday, being broadcasted on so many Instagram accounts at this point that we don't even know where it is. Just so we're clear, even Steven now is actually broadcasting live the Instagram. So there you go. Yeah, but I'm gonna let you give us the stuff though, because we like when you give us our stuff. So there you have it. Cigar Land gentleman says hello to us. Steven, hello.
Hi,
how you doing?
How are you?
Everybody's excited. So for the people in America, let me just say we apologize. We started because Rizza changed his time. Guzman doesn't change time, and here in America we don't change time until tomorrow. So just to let everybody know,
here we can change the royal family, let alone change time.
Well, that's true, and apparently you got rid of one of them. So there you go.
So anything's possible these days.
Anything's possible. So basically what we're trying to say is next week, if you're outside of Pakistan, your time stays the same. But in the United Kingdom and the US, we're going to do this an hour earlier. But you can catch us wherever you get your Instagrams or your whatever you get. So we just want to let the fans know, and that'll be very exciting for the fans. So we're all good there, as they say.
Where did Usman disappear to?
It's Usman. It's no idea what Usman's doing.
It's a confusing time, and I don't mean this in terms of world clocks. I mean, it's a confusing time generally. The things that you expect to be fixed are not fixed. The world is changing at a very, very rapid pace, and we are having to adapt with it, which means that I think for the duration of this program, at least in this country, until sort of like springtime next year, it's a midday program from now on. I'm making that announcement now. I'm wrong. It's not a midday program. It's a midday get-together. That we were having this. We were having this dialogue before we came onto the show. This is just a get-together. It's three guys who shoot the breeze. You're more than welcome to join and shoot the breeze with us.
I like it, and they should shoot the breeze with us because that's what we do. Now, Usman was here. Usman's back. Princess, are you with us now?
Huh? Yes, sir. Fully. I was just going to ask. Given the fact that we are a cigar show, are you ever both going to think about smoking a cigar?
Yes. We're going. Hey, listen, calm down, Princess. We're going to do it. Relax. It's okay. So just let me touch on a few things. Aaron Sigmund told me he doesn't really hate this cigar that much. He just doesn't like this one. And I'm like, too bad. I do like it. That could be my cigar of the year. Also, for the people that follow me on Instagram, I'm going to smoke this one called A2 today. I'll review it on my Instagram. This one was given to me by a gentleman. It's basically the Second Amendment rights cigar. It's supposed to actually be really good. And finally, I'm going to smoke today because everybody always asks what I smoke. And yes, I will smoke one day on the show again. The La Ferona, which you can only get here in Monte Carlo. It is a quad cigar. It's a double Corona quad. So here's your light, your medium, you're going to, oh my God, and this knocks you on your bum. It's an excellent cigar. The lady who rolls it is one of the top 10 rollers in the world. So nice. I'm very fortunate to have her, if you will, close to me. So those will be the cigars that I will be smoking today, kids. And I will put them on my Instagram if you really care. And if you don't, then I'm okay with that too. So there you have it. So, and there we have it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now that we've covered that, well, the cigar show's over. Thanks for joining. We'll be back next week. We're supposed to have a guest today, guys. We don't know if they're showing up or not. So it's just going to be three of us right now, riffing like usual.
It's no one's fault if there is. It's no one's fault if there isn't, because
that's right.
Because of the time zone, not time zone, the British summertime changing to GMT, that threw me out. It threw me out in the sense that I wasn't even expecting the show to start at this time. I was waiting till my mandatory 1 p.m. But we're starting because we have to accommodate 3 time zones. That's EST, Eastern Standard Time, GMT that we're on now, Greenwich Mean Time, and Usman at GMT +5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I'm GMT -5.
Yeah, I don't think it's almost. I don't think it's immediately obvious to people who watch the show necessarily, unless you guys have been watching for a long time. Yeah, we straddled 3 time zones. We're 3 friends who
Yeah.
get together to have a Saturday afternoon, morning, and early evening smoke, and whoever can join can join.
Yeah, and that's how we look at it. It's almost like our own private herf. And if you come on, you come on. Now we may have JP come on, which will be very exciting. So, but while we wait, or John Marie?
Yeah.
All right.
I've
Well,
sent him the link.
JM.
Yes, I have sent him
JM,
the link.
JP, MOUSE, it's all the same. And then the nice thing with him is he'll listen to the show and then he makes me correct all the things AI screwed up. So I like that. I get that little what's up message like, Steve, I didn't say that. You have to correct it. And then I have to correct all the timestamps because AI just decides that, it takes over the show in its own little way. So it's
So
very
what's
cute.
been happening? What's been happening, folks? What's the news of the day? How's it
Are
been
you
since last
smoking?
week? Since the last couple of weeks?
The
We've had a
first,
lot of action in the last 2 weeks. Has it
the
fizzled
first,
out?
the first order of business is lighting up a
Here we
cigar
go.
because we actually
Go
are a
for it.
cigar.
We are a cigar show, yes. But here
Yeah,
outside of the yacht, as we've told you, it's very windy. So me outside trying to have a conversation with you is going to sound like I'm in a hurricane. I didn't think of that when we took the yacht here in Monte Carlo. So it's just, we're just going to have to deal with it. And there you go. So at some point, we are there is a cigar lounge that I go to. They are vacillating if they want me to record the show live every Saturday. And now if I have to tell them they have to be here at 7 a.m., that may not go over so well. So we may have to wait till we go back to the 8 o'clock hour here. So we'll see. But we'll get there. Not to worry. What are you smoking?
And the royalty?
What are you smoking, Mr. Royalty?
See, he's just gonna give us an excuse.
Me?
No, the other guy
No,
that's royalty.
the way that royalty goes these days.
There we go.
And
Shit.
we're gonna go to current events here.
Yes,
Anyone can
I
be a
understood.
prince. Anyone can be a prince, and anyone can not be a prince like that.
My God.
And that is the way it is. But
Okay.
I was gonna tell you about an interesting smoke I had yesterday evening, primarily because I am rapidly losing my eyesight, which is why I wear these. I look a bit like Mr. Magoo. I did a post on my story yesterday. I have this Mr. Magoo thing where I can't really, like, if I don't have my glasses on, everything looks like a blur to me. So yesterday evening, I walked into number 6 Cavendish.
Are you sure?
That's a very good question. Are you sure? That's the only thing I was sure of, to be very honest with you. Yeah. And I
Okay.
selected a cigar yesterday evening for a casual hour smoke to sit in a corner, and I thought I picked up a punch.
Okay.
Punch to punch. I thought I had picked up a punch to punch, right? Yeah. And I was sitting there. I hadn't taken my reading glasses with me. I was just sitting there casually riffing with the wonderful, splendid staff there. And I had a nice hour and a half smoke. I took some photos.
Okay.
I came home and I put the photo up and I said, that doesn't look like a punch to punch. It was something totally different. And I was really enjoying it. And the aroma was gorgeous. And it was very light. It was actually a very, very light cigar. It turned out to be a Por Larrañaga, as Mr. AJ
Okay.
Patel would encourage you to do the thing on the end. Por Larrañaga Picadores.
Can you say that again? Because that sounds so. Oof, I love that.
Yeah, it's the picadores, and picadores means the cutters. So something relating to the cutters of the tobacco leaves, or actually cutting the tobacco leaf whilst you're making the cigar, something like that. But it means cutters, so that's what it relates to. That was an excellent cigar yesterday evening. But there's another story that's actually still ricocheting around in my brain from 2 days ago, 3 days ago, because on Wednesday evening as well, I was at
Yeah.
number 6 Cavendish
Of course you were. Let me just pick that up for you.
for an event that they were having. But the
Okay.
event was not the part that I remember. The part I remember is that this is the first time I've seen it. This is the first time I've seen it. It's current. It's something that we've discussed on this program before. Near the end of the event, AJ and Rick have made this special announcement about saving the cigar industry. And what they
Really?
did, yes. And I was sort of, right, okay, this is very cool. This is the way it should have been all along for the past year. And what
Yeah.
they did is they encouraged all the participants at this event, must have been about 20, 25 people, to scan that Save the Cigars QR code and submit to their
Sure.
MP. And there were a lot of Americans visiting. They get a lot of Americans coming to smoke at number 6, and they were sort of like they went through a sort of semi-education, like for 2 minutes, semi-educational thing that this is what's happening in the industry. If you don't support the industry, you're going to lose lounges, you're going to lose privileges. So I thought that was very, very cool, because that's something that I even had a discussion with some people sort of like key in that sort of saving the cigar thing maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So I think that's a very nice story, something quite positive I saw. And I was there sort of as observer. I wasn't really part of the event. I was smoking privately there. But that's something I thought I'd share with you guys.
Wait, let me get this straight. You were at an event and it wasn't focused about you? Well, excuse me and call me Mary. I
Mr.
mean,
Patel likes to
that.
humiliate me every time I walk into an event, but this time he let me sit there quietly in a corner just smoking
I
away.
will before you get carried away about this all being about you. Our friend Ruben just said, I just enjoyed a punch double Corona. Of course you did, Ruben. In La Habana for a 50 cab. It was amazing. Just so we're clear. As you can tell, we've even made because Rizzy can't read or can't see anymore. I've made
Well, I've got it on the big
stuff
screen.
bigger. But I made it bigger so you can read it now.
Excellent.
I'm here for you.
My hearing is going. My sight is going. These are sort of the last.
Brain has already gone. So let's see what's.
And according to you, and according to your girlfriend,
the way
everything
down
else
the
is
cigar.
gone as well. So we're
Yeah.
yeah. Don't call you the Minuteman for nothing. Now, when you chime in egg, I'm just trying to help you out. So, well, what are you going to smoke there, our Salmonet, who's really the cigar guy on the show?
Hello,
There you go. Hello. Thank you. We're going to be serious now. Excuse me, please.
Now that you finally thought about it as a cigar show, I will talk about it.
Okay, please.
Right. So I am lighting up, or I just lit up, an Aganorsa Leaf International Supreme Leaf Edition.
Can you say that one more time, but in slower and in one breath?
Absolutely. So it is an Aganorsa Leaf cigar, which is a Nicaraguan cigar, and the Vitola name is International Imperial Leaf.
Wow, you're smoking a non-Cuban.
Of course, I am smoking a non-Cuban. There are 2 reasons for doing this. One, because this is a cigar that I recently stumbled across, and I really enjoyed. And I generally don't buy boxes of non-Cubans, but this was one of those where I actually went and bought a box of non-Cubans.
Wow!
It is a very, very good cigar, I would say, from that perspective. So really enjoyed it. They call it the Robusto. Slightly bigger than 50, so it is about 52, 53, if I'm not wrong.
Sure.
So that's the case. But it has a very, very smooth draw with a lot of cedry and nutty notes to begin with, and it has that complexity which sometimes you want from a cigar. So I think that's something which I really like. The only thing is the band is very interesting, the yellow, orange, and all of that. And the other reason for lighting up this, and a couple of days you might have seen in one of my posts that I was smoking a Davidoff. I am dabbling into a few non-Cubans in the last week or so, and probably would continue to do so in the next week, because I'm gearing up myself for an upcoming event in this part of the world. So for the first time, PCA, which is the Premium Cigar Association based out of the US, is holding a cigar show in the Middle East. So it is called World Cigar Show, which will be staged in Dubai on the 11th and 12th of November. And hopefully, if everything goes right, I intend to be joining the event. These
Oh,
are 2 full days of kind of trade events, plus a lot of connoisseurs would be going in. A lot of non-Cuban brands are coming in.
right.
A lot of celebrities or cigar owners or cigar manufacturers are showing up for this. Along with that, a lot of cigar accessories manufacturers are coming as
Very
final.
nice.
And in the evening, there are going to be a few paid events, which are cigar evenings that are being done. In the Middle East, this entire thing is being spearheaded by one of our very good friends and dear brother, Rayad Sakfalhet, who owns the Leaf Master Dubai
Mhm.
and was even granted the Retailer of the Year award earlier this year at the PCA in the US.
Okay.
So he's the one who's arranging, well, most of the logistical support, as well as being one of the master of ceremonies and one of the key people to represent PCA and the World Cigar Show in here. So as a result of that, so I'm kind of gearing myself up and building my palate for that kind of week where I would be smoking some of the non-Cubans as well.
Very
And
nice.
see,
And so let me just ask you this question. I don't want to mention anything about any prima donnas on our show that are on the show, but I don't want to discuss it because, Princess gets upset. So when somebody went to Germany because they thought
Mhm.
the whole event was for them,
Of
and
course.
they walked around the show and people would throw petals at their feet, and he, signed autographs, took pictures, and forgot to actually broadcast the show that week. When you go to your PCA event, are you gonna like send stuff to us, or are
I,
we just gonna be like
I
spotlight it?
am. There is a reason I'm sharing it with you today. There will be a lot of coverage coming in. The
Okay.
only thing that I'm thinking on is how to do it is in terms of, since we do our show on the Saturdays, or we gather on the Saturdays,
Yeah.
what we can do is I can record and send the
Record
video.
nothing. You do it live from the show. You're a
Okay,
celebrity. They're
fine.
gonna come to you, and there you
That's
go.
fine. If that's possible, I'll
Why
love
not?
to. Yeah, sure. I will speak to
Who
David.
wouldn't want to be on this show? I mean, I
I
can name
will.
a bunch of people, but who wouldn't want to be on this show?
Mm. Agreed. I would speak to David and see what I need to go live, and we can definitely do that because
There you go.
it's 2 days of event. Why not? I mean, at least one day I can surely do the entire thing.
Well, you know what time the show is. It's the same time. Well, for you, every Saturday. Apparently, for our fans in the United Kingdom and the U.S., it's going to change, but only for 6 months. And there you have it. So we have no controversy this week. Last week we
No,
had our guest.
no stability in both of your countries, and then you talk of us as being world country. See,
I never
we
said you were a third world country. No, I'm just a bunch of guys riding around on camels. But other than that,
who
no,
says there's no controversy? Who says there's no controversy?
there's no
Raza,
controversy. Everything is great.
Raza and his nation's people just dethroned the prince yesterday.
Did you
It
say
was
deep throated or dethroned?
well. I thought I
Let's
said
let's cut to the crap.
dethroned.
Let's cut the crap. There's three of us talking, yeah, right? Let's cut
Yeah,
the crap, right?
there we
I
go.
have so much fucking hate mail, right, from last week from people
Really?
who haven't got a fucking clue about what a cigar is and want to call
Okay.
themselves aficionados or aficionados, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so much fucking hate mail from people who were born yesterday. All right,
Okay.
okay. Right.
Here we go.
This is three friends. This is three friends. Let me clarify one thing. This is three friends who sit here and we talk politely and respectfully about everyone. We give everyone an opportunity. But I got hate mail from these assholes, right? Yeah. These assholes haven't got a fucking clue what they're fucking talking about. Okay. So you can go and fucking do a running fucking jump.
Um, here's what I would say. Don't hold back. Tell us how you feel. I think you'll feel better. So why don't you tell us about your hate mail? Because what's really funny is everybody.
And even in that rant, I was respectful by not being specific or what this new word that lawyers have invented, which is from Latin but
Right.
ad hominem, right? Yeah, ad hominem means to the person, right? Okay,
Yeah.
right. Now here's the issue: we for the last 2 weeks. I'm going to let this issue go, but if it rears its ugly head in person, I'm savage, okay? I'm very savage person. But I think the trio, Usman, Stephen, and I, have been very respectful of anyone who comes on this show, primarily because we are here to riff. This is not a news broadcast. This is not a facts show. This is three friends who get together to have a bit of a smoke, have a bit of a chat, have a bit of a catch up, and anyone's welcome on. If someone wants to say something nice, they can. If they want to say something controversial, they can. But we treat them respectfully, yeah? Okay? If you're going to send hate mail, I have no problem sending hate mail, but you're going to get some fucking back as well, yeah? All right? Okay? So you fucking numbskulls who hadn't picked up a cigar more than a year ago, yeah, can go and do a running fucking jump.
All right. Can we call them out right now? Do you have their names? Let's just call them out.
That would be ad
I'm just
hominem.
trying. Okay. So here's the funny thing. You got hate mail from people. Everybody on this side of the world, when they saw me after we did the show with Amy, even though they thought Amy didn't have a clue about what she was talking about, and then we did the show with Mr. Red Pants, who I love, and they also, what a great show. They would love both shows. Nobody had a bad thing to say. Men, women, hermaphrodites, transvestites, anything with a dite. They loved it. So I was like, okay. So everybody on this side of the world received the show, enjoyed it, was funny, all loved the show, not one complaint, just to let you know. And just to let you know, last week's show, globally, 40,000 views, which is a beauty, just to let you know. So there you go. The red pants. That's all I can tell you.
That's where the power of the real connoisseurs and masters come in. So I'd say it was yes, of course, we riff raff with each other, and it's something that we do in absolute authenticity. And I think having Jasim on also did the trick, because he is someone who people listen to and wanted to listen to, and him being very authentic and saying what he wanted to say and clarifying to the people who did not even bother initially watching his video and not knowing what the message was and just jumping to conclusions. I think that thing should be put to rest.
I agree.
And as far as someone sending hate mail to Raza is concerned, guys, please don't stop. Do it for a couple of more weeks so that we can have.
Send it. And if you're send it, and the thing is this. I have far be it from me to take on this mantle, yeah, but eons of wisdom, not my wisdom. I'm quoting other people.
Okay.
Intelligent people remain calm. Dumb people react viscerally.
That's true.
Okay, dumb people react viscerally. Now you might say I'm reacting viscerally, but I think our track record on this gathering that we've been going for 2 years has been very, very calm, nice, humorous to some extent. Sometimes it's knowledgeable, sometimes interesting, and sometimes just plain boring and three guys chatting away. You can dip in and you can dive out, right? Yeah. But what I'm finding amusing, and I find it very amusing, but it's got to that stage of annoying, is that people who don't know what they're talking about have very strong opinions about everything. Yeah?
That's true.
Right? Like dumb people have opinions about everything. Smart people tend to keep their opinions to themselves and have the ability to give the other person benefit of doubt, a little bit of leeway, a little bit of patience to understand perhaps what it is. Okay, so I'm not trying to be wise here. I'm trying to be very, very cutting. I am very, very cutting person. Okay, right. But you're more than welcome to send me more hate mail. I will respond in a more cutting way. That's all. That's all I can say. And I wanted to say that just to make myself feel a little bit better this morning.
Do you feel better? Because if you feel better, we feel better. Just to let you know.
I always feel better when I've had this sort of cathartic release of emotion.
I should play your cathartic release that you gave us last night after you had one too many. That was beauty. So it's like, let's just start off. The best part about when you leave those rants is just before I start, I just want you to let you guys know the floor is where I'm living right now, and then you go off, and it's beautiful, and I loved it, and we should play that for you. But I do agree that people that don't know what they're talking about, every comment except this one guy that kept saying things that we didn't say on air was just like everyone loved the show. There was not one bad thing except the one guy goes, "You're two-faced. You called him a whatever last week." I'm like, "Yeah, that was last week. This is this week. Get over it, pal. I'm from New York." You know, we yell at you, and now we're still going to lunch. It's no big deal.
I
It's
think
just
it's
the way it
nice.
goes.
I think it's nice. This kind of gathering. It's not a
Mhm.
show. It's a gathering. Yeah, this
Yeah,
gathering.
it's like a herf.
Anyone wants to dive in can dive in.
Yeah,
Anyone wants to dive out can dive out. And I think we haven't been nasty to anyone on the show ever.
not as far as I know.
Not once.
Except for you being nasty to both of us. Yeah.
Well, we're used to that. I mean,
If you
come
can
on.
find when I've done that, I don't believe I have. I've not
I,
had
I,
one insult with any of you.
the best part
Well,
about
no,
Ruben is saying very clearly that
no
one,
cure for
no
stupid.
cure for stupid people. So
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah,
right.
there is a cure for stupidity. Is not to listen to stupidity, but also to call it out for stupidity. Because
Right.
if intelligent people or
Right.
well-meaning people, forget intelligent, I don't call myself intelligent, right? If
There's
well-meaning
anybody
people
else.
stay quiet, if well-meaning people stay quiet, then the stupid voice goes louder and louder and louder, and people think it's normal. It's not normal. It's
And they
abnormal.
become president of a
It's
country. It's a
abnormal.
crazy thing. I
It's
hate when that
abnormal.
happens. Now, Ruben says, while we're ranting, Ruben says, has anybody heard anything of the Festival de Habana in February? And I
Yeah,
figured
it's in
Ruben would know.
February.
Ruben, of course, we've
Mhm.
heard about the dates and the fact that it is the 60th festival for 60th Cuban celebration.
60 ring gauge.
Well, I don't know about
60 ring
that.
gauge cinnamon
60 ring
cigar coming
gauge.
from Cohiba. You heard it here last week with the cherry band and the apple cinnamon thing. It's going to be a beauty. Cohiba's asked us not to tell anybody, but we can't keep a secret. Please continue, Wisman.
And the other two brands that are going to be showcased there are Trinidad and Hey Chopman, and
Nice.
that's what is from the news so far. If there's anything else that Ruben, please bring it on. Let us know so
Why
that
doesn't he just come on the show? Ruben, just come on the show. Yeah, you should come on.
Ruben.
Ruben is
Oh, that's right. He can't. He's a spy.
Ruben is
He can't
camera
show
shy.
himself.
He's
Ruben's
camera
in
shy.
Miami.
What are you
Exactly.
talking?
Sure, because he's a spy. Spies can't come on the camera and talk to people.
No,
The only guy I know that
Ruben's
gets
lying
on
in
an
bed in his
airplane to go
underpants
smoke
right
a
now.
cigar.
He's texting
Huh?
from his phone.
He's texting, don't tell everyone I'm a spy. I'm sorry. It was bad. You can't tell us secrets. It's just the way it goes. Now, let me ask you this question, because Rubens is a spy, and we love him. Are we three going next February to the Habanos? Were we invited to come as special guests next year, or are they?
Usman's been invited. Usman's always
Oh,
invited.
excuse me. I didn't realize. How about us? They asked us not to show up again.
I'm too controversial, and you're too American.
Uh, they said that I did get that message that they said no. Oh, here Steven says, and you can order tickets since sometime in Switzerland.
Yeah. Or so
course.
we don't know if you can order tickets. It
Okay.
is in our part of the world, the distributors have just started to register interest for now. They're not
Oh.
confirming any tickets.
No,
Okay.
I believe in UK you can order tickets. I've seen.
Really?
I
They
believe
just don't
you
want you
can.
to come,
I think.
Usman. That's all.
Sorry, I think Christian was showing me the other day. You can.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I believe you can.
Nice. All right. So, all right. And we have people joining us, just so you know, on Instagram. So you may want to check your Instagram there, Usman, because there may be comments.
Okay.
And on my Instagram, there's a few people, but they haven't left comments yet. So just to let you know, we got the fans are piling in now, because who doesn't want to be on the show? So let's get back to this.
There's the comment based on Raza's catharsis.
Rant.
It says yes. It says fuck them. Why do you even acknowledge them? Fuck them.
I like
That's
that.
true.
Mhm.
That is true. But I've found this often in different areas of life. Staying quiet has a great deal of patience and dignity involved with it. Yeah, but
Sure.
unfortunately, the noise of stupidity has increased in this world exponentially. There's more people on this planet, therefore there's more stupid people on this planet, and their voice is
Correct.
getting louder and louder, right? Yeah. From time to time, not all the time, from time to time, I like to plant my flag.
Okay.
Now,
And
you
when you
might
say,
say, Reza, how do you know you're not stupid? I don't know. I am not that clever to know that I'm not that clever.
here's how we look at you're not stupid, because you, Mr. Magoo, are our hero. So that's why. If you weren't Mr. Magoo, because people miss the part that you're going blind now, and we have to start calling you Mr. Magoo. So, and if you say something's wrong with the planet,
I
then
think
something's wrong.
actually, Stephen, you know what?
Yeah.
I might have to change my Instagram handle to Mr. Magoo.
Oh my God.
God.
Seriously.
I think I'm coming to a seminal moment where I'm going to change from alizard.cigars to
Yeah.
Mr. Magoo.cigars, copyright and trademark limited, all
Oh
that thing to it. So
God.
I might become Mr.
Okay.
Magoo.cigars.
Can I
I
tell
might
you?
seriously, this is a very serious thought. I might do this.
All right, well, let the fans know, because they're all going to want to follow you, and you'll still get hate mail, but you just won't be able to read
Just
it.
get in a different
So,
name. That's all.
yeah, you just won't be able to read it because you can't read apparently anymore. So there you go. Now,
Selective reading,
selective
selective
reading.
hearing, selective reading.
I'm aware. So, do you like the way we have the new comments now? So Rizza, Mr. Magoo can read it, and they're big in there, so everyone can see
It's
what's
actually quite
being
cool
said.
because I've got it on, as I said, I've got it on the big screen. I can actually see those comments coming up.
I know, right? That's why we're trying to
Very
make the
cool.
show more
Finally.
hip and cool for the fans. So yeah, look at us getting with the 21st century. So anyway, Usman's been invited to the Habanos Festival in February.
Okay. Okay, if you
It's,
both say so, that's fine. I haven't received anything, but if you say so, then it's fine.
yeah, and we have not, Riz and I have not, just so we're clear, kids, been invited to the Habana Festival. So apparently we won't be going in February. We'll just be doing the show from here
Not
again.
only are
Yeah.
they inviting you to the Habanos Festival, they're naming
Yeah.
a cigar after you. Are you
What,
happy?
Oh
oh, God.
wow!
What are they naming the cigar? I can't wait to hear this.
It'll be the Fonseca even Steven. The white wrapper around it will have even Steven on it. Actually,
Even
that'd be
Steven,
so cool.
and just so we're clear, they have called and discussed that. So we'll have to see. Someone asked me last week when I was at the cigar show, the exclusive cigar shop that I smoke at, where only the wealthy of the wealthy go, and everybody else. The guy said to me, "Why don't you guys have your own cigar brand? Why don't you have your own cigar?" And I said to
Because
them,
everyone on this planet has their own cigar brand.
that's what I said. And I said, but I did smoke Usman's 1942 7 or whatever cigar, which is a beauty. And I said, one day when our sommelier gets around to it, he will make a blend of a cigar that people will want to flock to. And we'll have to just call it Habanos Saturday Cigar. So there you go. Pre-order now. Just trying to
Pre-order
help
now.
out.
That's it. Put your name down on the list. You'll be the first one to receive.
That's right. Wait a minute. What happened with the humidor? Weren't we going to get a humidor made for the show and sell it to the fans or something, or for ourselves? What happened with
Are
that?
you trying to monetize this show, Stephen?
No, I'm just asking questions because I just thought when we had the DeArt on, I was like, "Wait, they can make a humidor for the fans. It'd be great, right? With our faces on it. Who wouldn't want to have our faces every day on your desktop in your humidor where you open it up and you see us every day? Come on."
But truth be told, the most Cuban face on here is Osman's because
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know, right?
he's got
Yeah,
the sort of like the Fidel Castro kind of look
Oh my
going. I
God.
think Osman, you've got that cap, haven't you? You've got a beret or a cap.
you do. You've got that. You've got that communist cap. By the way, Cigarland says, and we know who that is. Which is true. His statement that he wrote is very true because I have a Habanos festival all
All
the
the time.
time here. Yes, yes,
Yes,
you
Urs,
do,
you're
sir.
right.
Yes, you do.
When he lives with a Cuban and he
Oh,
lives in the company of lots of cigars, so of course it's a Habanos festival.
dude, you guys got like a million cigars. He doesn't live in the company of cigars. He lives in the cigars. Okay,
Yes.
so this is he's taking aficionado and
Flying
collecting to
halfway
a whole
across the
nother
world,
level.
spending 6 million quid just to be there to smoke another cigar that you could have done sitting at home. There you go.
I was going to say any cigar that they come out with, he's probably already got or will have. So it doesn't really for him to go doesn't make any difference. So there you go.
Fair point.
He
Fair
should come.
point.
Yours should come on if since we were going to have a female come on. Her name was Sarah. Sarah was going to talk about, as our title suggests, beyond the ban, how women are shaping the cigar culture. Apparently, once again, it's a woman. She's probably shopping. So I'm just kidding.
No,
Don't
but
send
no,
me
here in
hate
the UK,
letters.
it's that time difference. Just to clarify,
Yeah.
so that
Oh, I
Stephen
know.
doesn't get all the hate mail. I prefer to
I
get the hate mail. It's just
yeah.
to
Send it to
clarify.
Rizzo. He told me to say it.
I'm directing the hate mail back to the person that can actually take it and give some back.
Oh
Right?
my God. Yeah.
Stephen is slightly precious.
I am.
He,
Oh,
he
wow.
needs a little bit of protection, a little bit of mollycoddling.
Oh, thank you. And if you do send me hate mail, just so you know, you all can go play my favorite game. And for you that don't know what that is, it's go hide and go
Well, I
fuck
know what you
yourself.
do with hate mail. What you do is because you're obsessed, you physically go and print it out, scrunch it up, and throw it in the bin. I know
Yes,
that.
that is very true. I'm like, I have to just get it out and feel better about it. So, and then I
Awesome.
have my staff
Awesome.
track them down and then they get killed. And I think that's the way it should be. So, no, listen, this is which is we brought up earlier. The show is nothing more than a glorified herf. You know,
Yeah.
the friends of us, whether it's yours, JM, whoever, even when AJ comes on or even when Aaron came on. It's just guys getting together. It's no different than if we were
And
sitting right now
gals,
at a
guys
cigar
and
lounge and
gals.
girls. And we've only had one girl come on the show, just so we're clear.
Have we had in the live comments? Did we ever get live comments
From a
from
girl?
the
No,
lady aficionados? We
I
don't.
don't
Yes,
think
yes,
so.
yes,
Yeah,
we
yes,
did.
when
We did
Amy was
on
on.
we did on the Amy show. We
On
had
the Amy show, we did. We got live. We got live from the girls.
We got some comments last week as well.
I,
from
I
people.
I suspect sometime soon you're going to see a show like this with only lady aficionados on it. I suspect. Just watch this space.
Well,
They can come.
there's no harm to
No, well,
be
there's a lot of harm.
someone's inspiration.
No, but I will say that that's a measure of how that would be a measure of how deeply the cigar smoking culture is embedding itself into a female audience. Right now, you don't have. I mean, most of the shows that I've ever found on YouTube are all guys. They're talking about
Right.
cigars or whatever it is. Very rarely, there's one or two, I guess, ladies. But when you see that, you'll know that the cigar culture's come to fruition. When sort of like it's until then, it's just
Yeah, but until you have a sommelier like Guzman on your show, and the girl has a beard, which some do, then you really don't have a cigar show. I'm just saying, because there's not too many bald chicks with only like a half beard. We're not going to get a full chick that looks like the bearded lady. And really, at the end of the day, none of them are going to be this pretty. Right here.
Stephen, there's
I'm
only
just
this.
sorry.
You see this trio? This is a unique trio.
Oh, that is true.
It is
Unique.
what it
Okay.
is. It's not. It's not.
That's it.
It's not going to be replaced, and it
No,
doesn't need to be replaced.
that's right.
We are what we are,
That's
good,
true.
bad, or indifferent.
No,
By the
we
way,
have a good time.
by the way,
Yeah.
now that we were talking and we just referred to the last week, I have a very, very good and good news to share. Now that it is made official and public already.
That you're pregnant with an alien baby and
Right
we're going to
after,
celebrate the
right
National
after,
Enquirer?
no, right after the show, the very
Yes.
next day, Jasim has been blessed with his first baby, and he is a father now of
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
son.
yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That was good.
You know,
That was actually happening in that sense whilst we were on the show with him. It was
that's
a
right.
very, very current thing. We didn't say anything, but
Well,
I think
because Jasim had given us a heads up that he might have
exit immediately from the
exit,
Gotcha.
or he might not even show up, right?
All right.
In case he had to go that way. So I think everything went well, mashallah, and he's a father now. So congratulations,
Nice.
to Jasim Ahmed.
Hey, here we go. Ali K
Dedication here.
says, go ahead,
Go
Israel.
on. Okay.
No, you can read it. You have that accent. Sounds sexier when you read it.
It's interesting how the topic is about women, yet there are 3 men on the screen and the viewers are predominantly male. How feminist for you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ali.
It's not
We
really.
love
It's
you
not
too.
predominant. It's not really about women. It's just a comment as of. It's just a comment as of last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and me ranting a little bit. That's about it.
Well, we had the guy on from Save-the-Cigar, and he's not a
Yes.
female. He was a pedophile, but not a female. And then so I'm kidding. He could be a female, but anyway. So we had him on, and that was a good show. We were nice, joked with him, but all our guests come on and we joke. But to Ali K's right, Ali, we invite women on all the time. Especially the hot Asian ones, just to dress up as schoolgirls and sit with us, but they don't come on. So then we invite the aficionados, and for some reason they don't want to come on or dress up like hot little schoolgirls. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. We try to, make this an equal opportunity show. So now I know why the Habanos people don't invite me. I totally understand now. That's what I was saying. As I was saying all that, I totally got why they don't want me they don't want me over there. So. So, Usman, are you going to go February? Are you going? I mean, like, are you
Well,
representing us in the show?
if I get the ticket, then yes,
Okay.
I hopefully would. I am thinking about it, but again, as I
Okay.
said, nobody's sure what's happening, and now the tickets are going to be for the next year. So we'll see when we get closer to the time, which I'm guessing is now by the end of this month.
I would
Uh,
think you have to get him now, or you just hang out with yours because he has a Cuban festival every day.
that is true. That is very true.
Yeah. And I'm sure he'll have the 60-year-old Habana anniversary cigar before anybody else will. So you might as well just go to Switzerland because it'll be a lot easier.
Yes,
So,
sir.
all right. So Sarah's not coming, guys. So do we want to talk about women in cigars? Or we want to talk about politics? What do we want to do for the next 20 minutes? Then say goodbye to the fans and let them have a Saturday.
I am going to continue enjoying my cigar while you two
Oh
are
my
going to
God.
discuss the world politics because that's something which I sincerely feel is a waste of time.
Fine. Do you want to talk about the alien A31 alien ship that's going to come and take over the world?
You mean the three
Uh,
is called the 3I?
Yeah, that
It's
one.
called
3AI.
three. No, it's not 3AI. It's actually 3I, I believe. It's called
Okay.
3I something something something. And there's a lot of stuff. So it's heading towards the sun. It's going to do a sort of like a gravitational rotation past the sun and head out.
No, it's
Uh,
coming here. I spoke to them last night. They're on their way.
they're on their way, and that's just it. On social media, on Instagram, people have been putting up these sort of AI generated photo versions of what it might be. Some say it's a comet, some say it's a spaceship. It is what it is. But to me, it
Yeah.
looks like a giant cigar, and that cigar
Oh,
is well, you kind of like it's a
so we have
cigar
two
show,
things
so
about
for
to
a
happen.
represents a cigar going around the universe. There's a
Yep.
comet the
We
shape
have a
of the cigar.
comment. Usman, can you
And
read?
actually, if you want to be more precise, it's a double figurado, so it's a bit of a Salamones kind of thing moment going on.
No worries.
we have a
Can
comment.
you
Yeah,
this
we have
cigar?
a comment from Gunnar McGee. Have you smoked
Gooner
AJ?
McGee. I love the Gooner. Love you, Gooner.
Have you smoked AJ Fernandez New World? Well, yes, I have, and I'm sorry to say, I have always been disappointed by AJ Fernandez and Rocky Patel cigars. I don't know
Very,
why, but
very harsh, they're generally harsh, bitter cigars. A lot of ammonia, sort of like built for a different kind of person who wants like a massive nicotine hit.
yeah,
Am
I
I
think
Yeah.
right,
so.
Usman?
Okay.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And when we say harsh, it's like something which just is a slap on your face kind of a thing when you start smoking it. So I don't appreciate cigars are for me to enjoy, not to be
There you
getting
go.
slapped. By.
Well, only if you go to Hilgo's House of Pain can you get slapped. Mention the show, get a 10% discount. Usman's a regular every Thursday night. Now we have a special guest coming, and he's being escorted. So let's get our special guest coming.
Looks like Yomari is there.
Who?
Yomari.
I can't
Oh,
see
wait,
anything.
here and wait, our buddy Goomer before we bring John Marie in says, "Really, I can't get enough of them." This must be
Enjoy. Good,
AJ
smoke them up,
Fernandez. Well,
man.
enjoy.
Leave less
Everybody,
for
that's the
the
good
rest of
thing about
us.
cigars. Yeah, you should enjoy. Now that John Marie is here, ladies and gentlemen, let us bring in our distinguished guest. Why he's on this show, I have no idea. But let us bring him in because we always love
He
when
had
he's
something to
here.
say. Gilmore had something to say.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. There he is.
Hi
There we
guys.
go.
Hi guys.
There. How
Yes,
are
Hi
it's
you? In
Steve.
you.
fact,
Hi.
here we
Hi
go.
Linda. Hi Usman. Hi Steve.
There we go.
How
How
are
are
you
you, my
guys?
friend?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Actually, I was sleeping. I was gonna miss Usman's message. I was swimming in the morning in the sea, and then I
Oh,
had snack, and then I had a siesta. But it looked like it's a Mexican siesta. It took more time than usual.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit groggy, and in honor uh, in honor of Rizla,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
let
yes.
me.
Uh, uh, Aristotle Onassis, the sunglasses go on.
Oh yes, got to put those on. God forbid. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here, let's do this. There he is. There you go. That's
Actually, it's a cross
that's a
between
picture.
George Michael and Aristotle Onassis.
Yeah, I think Aaron Stouter Nunasis is. Now, for the people that
Normally,
don't know
yeah.
JM is a, if you will, I'm gonna tout his whistle. He's a world famous cigar aficionado as well as collector. So we may be riffing around and sounding like we're clueless, but this gentleman here in the white T-shirt, or if you will, without the coat, is probably knows more about cigars than the three of us. So I would take a listen to what he says. And yours says hello to JM. So there you go. So JM, always good to see you, my friend.
Thank you, Steve. I wanted to.
What are you chewing? What cigar are you chewing today?
This is a Patagas short,
Okay.
which is my breakfast cigar, together with the Bolivar Junior. Is it Bolivar Junior? Yeah, Bolivar Junior. Both are minutos, and we lost Osman.
No, I'm very much here.
Okay, so this is and the reason why I will explain as we go along in the broadcast. So yeah, it's a Patagas shorts. In the old days, it was rather impolite to smoke a cigar with the band on. I mean, in the old days, I mean, originally the cigar was put there so that the gentleman wouldn't soil their fingers. So the band was there to protect. Moving forward in late 1900, 60, 70 and onward, it was seen as lacking manners, having a band on the cigar, because you are telling whomever else what cigar you are smoking. So if it is a Cohiba, which everybody knows since the birth of humanity, that it's the most expensive cigar at that time. Gurkha more expensive now. I don't know why. I never had a Gurkha. Probably never will. And so we used to take the band off. And now the band is back again. Since what? Since late 1990, the band is back again. But if I can take the band off without ripping the cigar, if the band slides off politely, then I will take it off. Unless you want to do a posing attitude, which I don't have. So that's what I'm smoking. I wanted to talk with your permission about how to smoke a cigar. Is that all right, guys?
Please.
Yeah,
No, please go ahead. Oh, of course.
So the short version is you take a cigar, you cut a cigar, you light it, and you smoke it. That's the short version of smoking a cigar. Now the romanticized version or the long version, and the posing version, unless you are on your own, wherever you are, and then you are indulging yourself, is obviously to smell the cigar, and it has beautiful smell. I mean, I think you can tell that it's a Cuban cigar versus another type of cigar. You might smell it on the nostrils, which is also fine. And then you feel it. And when you feel it, you will notice whether it is hard or whether it is soft, which obviously means the humidity. And RH, and you might find some knots. And what you do, you either take your chances, cut the head of the cigar, and see whether the draw is good for you or not. Or at that time, we didn't have a poker to unplug a cigar. What we had at that time, and don't laugh, is a cake tester. So you take the cake tester, which is a very thin steel piece of, I don't know what you call it, rod or whatever, and you prick your cigar. So what you are doing, you prick the head of the cigar. So what you are doing, you'll be able to see if there is a draw. And this head, where is it? This head is still virgin. I don't know what Rizzo has got in his hand, but I guess it must be the famous, I don't know what it's called. Is it this one, Rizzo?
It is, well, that's perfect draw. It's a similar device made by a friend of mine, Jose Cure. It's the same thing, but it comes in a carbon. But yes, that's just to, pull the leaf out of the cigar and plug it.
Yeah. So you take whether it's a perfect draw or anything else, and you unscrew it, and you pick your cigar, and that's the wrong way to do it. It's a poker. What you do, and actually, even if it is never advertised on the website of Perfect, is the red tip. You know what the red tip is for? Anybody knows what the red tip is for in the perfect draw?
This is interesting. Go on.
So you unscrew that, like so, and then you have a very thin.
Oh, you have a punch, do you?
You have the poker, which is unscrewed. It's still in its holster. Yeah. And you use that to do this.
Oh, wow, okay.
And you just prick your cigar. And you test, and you take a draw and see whether you're all right or not. So that's the way to do that. And then we go to the usual methods of cutting the cigar, which really are very simple. Cut it with whatever you have. Again, in the old days, where the cutter wasn't available, you would either use a knife or your teeth. And if you use your teeth, unless you're a carnivore, the teeth are really not very good to cut a cigar. You destroy the head, basically.
And that's just not for cigars, JM, just so we're clear. That advice can go out to a lot of young ladies out there. I'm just letting you know. So don't use your teeth. Yeah.
Don't use your teeth. Yeah. This is a very nice side issue, especially if they have in the front teeth a separation. But I don't think you want to go there. Anyway, then we light the cigar, and our friend Osman gave an exhaustive review on the lighters. I just want to add about the lighter that for the jet lighter, you have 3 different types of jet lighters. Yeah. You have the single jet lighter, you have the double jet lighter, you have the triple jet lighter, and you have the quadruple jet lighter. So if you want, I can fetch the lighters and show them to you. Usually there are Chinese, Taiwanese cheap lighters, and then you have the flat ones that DuPont have the
Triple.
Yes. Is there anything you don't have in that house?
Don't have a quadruple. I don't.
Oh, thank God.
I know the one that Jean-Marie is talking about.
I'll show you the quadruple.
JM is going to go get. He's going to go get the quadruple. So while we have a low in the action, Usman's going to get out his putter. It's for a 15-foot. It breaks a little to the left, kids. We'll see if he can make it while we're doing this. And then, there you go. Then we'll be teeing off at the 18th and final hole. So, hey guys, what's your opinion on cutting the cap by pinching it with your nails? Ali K wants to know one more time. Hey guys, what's your opinion on cutting the cap by pinching it with your nails? I have no opinion on that. I've never seen that done.
Whatever it takes to get the cap off, man. Whatever it takes.
Yes, it does. What you do, you have to wet the head of the cigar with saliva. And then you can peel off the capa.
Okay.
So when you peel off the capa, it becomes a little bit easier. Now, whether you can do it with your nails, with your fingernails, is another story. And frankly, I don't know. Well, I can't do it myself. But anyway, so this is the quadruple.
Wow.
It's a very clever lighter because on the top there is a groove where you can place your cigar. And then at the bottom there is a punch. And finally, this is the four. This is the four furnace, the four jet cigar. Now, why 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, which is really the important thing.
It's the Swiss Army knife for a cigar smoker.
Sorry?
It's the Swiss Army knife for a cigar smoker. Everything is there. The lighter is there. The puncher is there. The holder is there. Everything.
Yeah. The only issue I have with it, it's a bit heavy in the pocket. And I hate carrying heavy. That's why I don't carry a DuPont. You need a Sherpa to carry the DuPont for you. Anyway.
And that's why his gentleman carries his wallet as well, kids, because it's very heavy. So just so we're clear.
But to carry his wallet too.
Yeah. The shepherd carries his wallet, his cigar accessories, everything, just so we totally understand.
The humidor, there's the whole cigar stack, there's the wallet, there's sort of like a train coming along, caravan.
That's very true. So now, what do you think about a soft flame? Because Usman said a couple shows ago that the soft flame, and I've talked to people about this, and I've ordered a soft flame, so I'm very excited that I will have a soft flame lighter. What do you think of the soft flame as a lighter?
That's an extremely good question. I was coming to that. And then you have the soft flame. I think it is an idiocy to light any cigar from gauge of 42, 40, 42, or Robusto and upwards. And obviously, we are going now towards a Cohiba 60 for the 60th anniversary. And I booked an appointment with my surgeon dentist so he can increase my jaw. So I could smoke a 60 and beyond. It's getting ridiculous. What's beyond 60? I think 65 and 70. I mean, it doesn't fit in the mouth, for crying out loud. And the Chinese will be extremely happy because what they're gonna do, and what existed since the birth of modern cigar, was a cigar holder where you shove it on the head of the cigar, and then it's plastic, and then you can smoke it.
Like a cigarette
so you
holder.
can have you're like a cigarette holder, and then you can have a gauge of 100. It doesn't matter. You just shove this one and you smoke it. So if
like an adapter.
So going back to my question though, I
going
almost off lighter.
going back to your question, Steve, which is a very important question. The soft flame. Today with today's cigar, 42 gauge and above, you need 3 or 4 matches to light your cigar, and it's a mess. The spills is the most idiotic way of lighting a cigar that I've ever heard of. Because a spill will produce ash, which is going to end up on your lap. So that's idiotic. It's very romantic. Yeah, I have a spill. Anyway, and of course, the Zippo type, which means the petrol type, or a candle, anything that would leave a different, will impair a different aroma to the cigar. And you are left with the usual, where is it? It's a lighter that Usman loves. This one is my preferred lighter ever. I've got this lighter. It's such a beautiful, and it's light, and it's small, and it's a downhill.
Very nice lighter too.
It's a beautiful lighter. You cannot have a better lighter than a downhill lighter. For me, that's class. And sorry, I apologize to Dupont. I like very much Dupont. I have almost a dozen of Dupont. It is not in the same league whatsoever. The argument could be a Ferrari versus the other sports car, like a Lamborghini. We don't want to go there, Steve. Anyway, so the difference, to come back to your, it's an issue that really is very important to my heart for the soft flame and the jet flame. The difference between a soft flame and a jet flame is the speed of lighting a cigar. With a soft flame, it's going to take you more time to light a cigar. I'm not talking about outdoor where you have to use a jet flame. I'm strictly speaking. Now, what people don't know, majority of people don't know, unless they're a pain in the backside like myself, or they graduated in master's or PhD in physics. A cigar will start burning at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And a normal cigar will burn at 900 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you have a 56 gauge and 58 and then 100 gauge, you go up to 1,400 degrees Fahrenheit. The minimum you can light a cigar, which is a Lagido 1, which is 38 gauge, will burn at 400. You can use an explosion, you can use a nuclear device, you can use a jet flame, you can use a yellow soft, you can use whatever you want. It is not going to be lit until it reaches 400 degrees. So if people would stop this claim it's better than a jet flame, no soft flame is better, no jet flame, it doesn't matter. What matters is how fast do you want your cigar to be lit. If you have the time and you want to romanticize, which I do sometimes, either with a Dupont or with a Dunhill, fine. Do that if this is your cup of tea.
Right.
And obviously, if you are outside, you are obliged to use a jet flame lighter. And apparently Osman has ordered already the new Dupont soft flame. I had a look at it. Obviously, I haven't tried it. I don't know how it's going to behave. Just looking at it, I didn't like it. But when I hold it in my hand, maybe I'll change my mind. But the image itself, I'm not too hot on this particular Dupont soft light, yellow flame. So that's to answer your question, Steve.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get. Mine comes in a couple of weeks because it's it's special because it has the dragon and it's very Asian, and so the little Asian 5-year-old children are making it for me in a factory, and then so I'm excited when it comes. I'm going to try to light one of my cigars with it and see how it goes, or I'm going to go right back to the torch. So we're going to find out. So, but I have time.
Yeah.
So that's the nice thing about smoking a cigar is I tell people that's my 2 or 3 hour mini holiday. So I light it. I smoke and I'm there to enjoy. I'm not trying to rush. I don't care if the cigar is a 10-minute cigar or a 3-hour cigar. I'm there to just enjoy the cigar.
Sure. Sure. Then, okay, so you felt the cigar, you smelled the cigar, you tried the cold draw. When I am on my own, this is personal. When I'm on my own, I walk around the house with the cigar dangling from my mouth, which oblige, by the laws of physics, it's gonna get wet from the saliva.
Right.
And here we move. We lit, we cut it, we smelled it, we cold draw, we cut it, and we lit the cigar. Now we're gonna smoke the cigar. Smoking the cigar is 2 different ways. Either you are a dry cigar smoker or you are a wet cigar smoker. There is nothing wrong with a dry cigar smoker. There is nothing wrong with a wet cigar smoker. It all depends on you, on your personality, on your way of smoking a cigar. Dry cigar smokers sitting back and waiting for 1 minute plus to take another puff so that it stays dry. Allegedly, it increases in temperature, which it doesn't. But allegedly, don't make a claim, a scientific claim, if your claim is not supported and if your claim cannot be verified by other people. Don't make that claim. You want to talk about yourself? Fine. You want to, I don't know, drink salty water and enjoy your cigar as a pairing? That's fine. But don't generalize that this is the best pairing ever. Anyway, we'll talk about pairing later. So you are smoking a cigar. Either you are a dry smoker or you are a wet smoker. I don't call it wet smoker. I call it immersive smoker. Why immersive smoker? Because we know it has been scientifically established that the olfactive is much higher than the gustative. It's much higher than the gustative. But when you join the olfactive and the gustative, you really get the experience of smoking a cigar. And that's what I do. I am, if you want, in between. Yes, it is wet. It is not as wet as Lawrence. I didn't want to name Lawrence, but there you go. But if you look at wet smokers, what smokers that come to my mind is Groucho Marx, who's is one of my heroes. I mean, Groucho Marx, good God, I still love. We watched Groucho Marx movies in the cinema, and the guys were wriggling on the floor from laughter. Anyway, so Groucho Marx was a wet smoker. Churchill was a wet smoker, so on and so forth. When you wet the cigar, you get this extra taste in your mouth. Blowing the retrohaling is not for me. Many people, think that retrohaling is a fantastic way of tasting the smoke. The reason is because their nostrils are damaged. Not everybody has got the same olfactive power to discern different aromas, whether it's a cigar or food or perfume or whatever. And some people have got a heightened power of olfactive nose, and they have the highest salaries working for perfumers, international perfumers, because they can disseminate and they can formulate new perfume scents. For me, retrohaling is destroying your nasals. That's for me. Other people will dispute that and will say, no, you could try that. Yes, I tried retrohaling. It doesn't work for me. I consider myself having quite a delicate nasal olfactive power, whether it is for food or for perfumes, to the extent that if it is a lady's perfume or a men's perfume, it's overpowering. The smell is overpowering for me. But again, that's personal. I mean, you might think that that's a very nice smell, and there's nothing, nothing wrong with it. But I do. So that was a brief and long rant about cigars. Please.
Very nice.
There's a lot of things in there.
When the expert talks, you listen. So, you hear that, Riza, about retrohaling? I'm just saying.
So,
Mr. I retrohale.
one of the very interesting things that this raises is, I say this, but it's like each to their own. However, you can enjoy the oils coming out of that cigar, right? Some people, as Jean-Marie says, that is the olfactory sense, the sort of like in your sinus and your nose, you can smell it and feel it and taste it. For some people on the wet smoking, it's on the taste buds. It's a combination. Now, I guess so I'm saying this as so I humbly say this in front of Jean-Marie and Osman and Stephen. It's like we are all trying to work out how best to absorb these oils and get the most pleasure out of it. For some people it's smell, for some people it's taste, and for some people have said, I want a balance of both things. Some people like a big nicotine hit. Some people, we were talking about AJ Fernandez cigars earlier on, Osman. Some people like that nicotine hit. They just want a hit. They just want to feel a high instantly, right? It's not about the cigar. It's more about the punch in the face that you get, right? So I guess the one specifically the thing I picked up on what Jean-Marie was talking about was the wet smoking. I've never really, I must have heard this expression some while ago, but I think it's kind of dying out with these older style of smokers like Groucho Marx and they're not around, but there was this. I always saw sort of like 40 years ago, people of my father's age and older would have a big fat cigar that they would be constantly just chewing on, and it would look like really, really bad. And what they're doing is they're constantly just absorbing the nicotine out of that cigar, and it was almost nothing. The smell was incidental. So I guess a bit each to their own, and how you get your kick out of that cigar. There's a way of doing it. Is there a right way of doing it? Is there a wrong way of doing it? I'm not quite sure anymore. The longer I think about it, everyone is doing in different ways. But it's the inside genre he gives is from a seasoned smoker, so we have to take a lead from that.
Agree.
You have to respect everybody's taste. You feel comfortable with a dry smoking, fine. You feel comfortable with immersive smoking, fine. But don't take the high road
Yep.
and the philosophize and say that this
Say that that's
is
it.
the way.
Yeah.
There is nothing called this is the way. This is my way. This is your way of smoking a cigar. What are we going to go back now in history about when the Tainos used to take a plant, dry it, and roll it and smoke it?
Jean-Marie, do you know the new way of smoking a cigar? Do you know the new way of smoking a cigar? The
In
new
your
way of
mouth?
smoking a cigar is just holding it like that, wearing a pretty dress, and taking a photo of yourself.
Oh
That's the new
my
way.
God. Oh my God.
That's the new way of smoking a cigar.
Wait. Usman, are you going to wear a pretty dress and you're going to take smoke cigars like that next
Like
week?
just
I'm
this,
very
like
excited
this.
about this.
That's the new way of smoking.
Okay, sir.
But
I
each
shall
to their
do that.
own. But each to their own. If that's the way
Yeah.
you enjoy your cigar,
Yeah.
enjoy it that way.
I agree. And our guest, because he's in the Middle East, his hamster ran out of juice and he died. There you go. So that's it. It's just the three of us. Usman, the show's over here, honey. Over here. So there you go. Thank you. Thank you for joining again. Wow. These prima donnas. I don't know. That was very cool. I'm glad JM came on. A little bit of knowledge. I think he got disconnected though. So now I miss him already. So, but all right. Anyway, kids, he's back. Hold on.
Right.
Get him back. There he is.
I would have to beg leave soon.
Okay. Well, we're going to end soon, so it's okay. So you can beg all you'd like. So, JM, do you have any parting words before we go to the fans?
Parting words. Yeah, I have a very important one. Listen to what your soul says. Whether you want to pair, whether you want to smoke, whether you want to hit your head against the wall. Just do your own thing. And please don't wear a stupid suit and the necktie and the tie and the stupid hat. Okay, I've got 3 stupid hats, but don't do that. You want to pose? Yeah, well, there you go. You want to pose? That's fine. Go ahead and pose. And if you think that this is part of your persona and it makes you feel better, good for you. I mean, that's a Napoleon. We just have to change the hat. So don't worry about the others. Don't worry if XYZ says that this particular cigar is the best cigar. You smoke the cigar, make your own decision. That's it, be yourself. That's the end word, Steve.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And with that, kids, because you can't beat logic like that or wisdom. So we're going to say to our fans, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. JM, as always, it's a pleasure to see you. Thank you for coming on. Usman had to go and get his hair and makeup taken off so he can look pretty for his cigar photo in a dress so he can smoke his cigar. We will be back next week an hour earlier, kids, because Usman's time hasn't changed. So it'll be 7 a.m. in New York. It'll be noon in London. You guys can work out the rest of the times yourself. JM will be back. As always, every now and then he pops in to give us words of wisdom, which we appreciate.
Just a parenthesis, Steve. Usman is coming here in Dubai next week. He's coming here on the 9th for the Tobacco World event exhibition.
That's what he said. Very nice.
So we're going to have Usman here, which means that if everything works out, maybe Osman and I will do a joint show with you and Reza.
That would love that. That would be a wonderful show. And then you have Jazz over in Dubai. You can have the 3 of you.
I lost the audio.
So we'll leave that. There'll be you and Usman. That'll be a wonderful duo to have in Dubai. to whatchamacallit, to do the show, and any other guests that you decide should come on the show that Saturday. We will look forward to it. So,
Thank you,
and that's
guys. Sorry.
always a pleasure. Guys,
Yeah.
have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Remember, we'll rebroadcast this later. Catch us on Instagram as well as wherever you get your podcast. The podcast comes out tomorrow. We'll see you next Saturday, whatever time we show up. Everybody have a great day. Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.